Welcome to the Spacious Place final Facebook Live of the 2018 year. This is Tech Lessons by a Compassionate Native, and my name is Arielle McKee. I am the secretary on the board of Spacious Place, and I also have been using computers and technology for the better part of my lifetime, not to brag.
Hi, I'm David McKee. Sometimes you'll hear my voice where I ask questions or throw in information to assist Arielle. I have been using computers since in the 80s and been on the internet since it was available to the public. I am the chair of the board of directors of A Spacious Place.
Awesome. So we're going to go through some important keywords and different processes for navigating the internet and feeling confident and safe. If you have any questions or comments, anything that I say that you don't understand, or terms you've heard bandied about that you would like more information on, feel free to either type them in as we are going or to send them along a little bit later and we will get back to you. So the first thing we're going to talk about are internet browsers. You've probably heard people talk about browsers. You may or may not know what they are. Do not worry. An internet browser is very simply the thing that you open to get onto the internet. Some common examples are Safari, Internet Explorer, which some people call IE, or Mozilla Firefox. This is an example of Firefox. You can see there's a little fox right there. Or Google Chrome, which is the one with the 3 circles, and it says Google very conveniently. And anytime you open Google in a different browser, it will ask you, are you sure you don't want to download Chrome? These two are my personal favorite. They're both a little bit more secure. They're user-friendly. The more that you play around with the internet, the more you will get to where things become intuitive for you. So don't worry if you're not immediately there. Just play around, find some fun cat videos, look at some videos of drunk elephants, and you will eventually feel confident. Not necessarily because the elephants are drunk, but because of the practice. A couple other things about these two browsers and why I really recommend them. For both of them, you can just type something that you want to search here into the top, and it will search it using whatever your saved primary search engine is. For Google Chrome, that's always going to be Google. For Firefox, it'll usually start you with Yahoo, but you can change that, and we're happy to tell you how at some other time. So all you would need to do is type something into this top bar and hit enter. That way, if you're not sure exactly what a website is, you know you want Netflix, but you can't remember if it's netflix.something.com or just Netflix, you can type it in there and be ready to go. Okay.
Sometimes you'll see that referred to as an address bar.
Thank you. All right. So the next thing that I thought we would talk about is ISPs, which you may have heard some, and how that connects to your email. So an ISP is your internet service provider, and those are the people that you or someone close to you pays so that you can internet. You may have a old school modem, and if so, you are amazing, and you should definitely be charging people to come visit it. You may have Wi-Fi, you may have cable, use a router, etc. But your ISP, your internet service provider, is just the people who provide you access to the internet, like Time Warner, or what are some others? Spectrum is Time Warner now.
Yeah. AT&T.
Google Fiber?
Google Fiber is the new kid on the block.
Yeah. So most of these companies will provide you with an email address that is yours because you're paying them for the access to the internet. If you use that, you're going to need something to help you read your email. Otherwise, it just sort of collects, but you can't access it, which is a great excuse, but I imagine you want to read your email. So that would be where you need a program like Outlook, which you can get through Microsoft. I believe Macs have a built-in
I think
email
they do,
reader.
yes.
And then the other option is to get a free email account from something like Yahoo or Gmail on Google, or if you're feeling super old school, Hotmail. I will warn you, people are going to judge you if you have a Hotmail account, and if that's fine with you, that's great. You do you. It's very retro. But most people, for their professional accounts, have Gmail. Again, it's free. You can also use it to access Google Drive, where you can store things in the cloud, which, as a shorthand that is a little bit lacking in nuance, is essentially saving things to the internet instead of saving them on your computer or on an external hard drive. And you can also use it to access Google Hangouts, which, if you're in Chrome and you have other friends who have Gmail accounts, you can use your built-in webcam, which would be up here. It's not in this one, but it would be up here, to either video chat with, or phone or type chat with people.
Would you show them how to get to Google Hangouts there?
Sure. So Google Hangouts only works in Chrome. And you would just go to hangouts.google. I was hoping it would autofill, but it didn't. .com. And then you would ideally be logged into your Gmail account, and if not, it would ask you to log in now. And then it will pull up your profile, and you can make video calls, phone calls, or send text messages. These are different from the text you send on your phone, but it comes up in here or in the different chats with people. And then you'll have your contacts over here. You can make phone calls using these things too. You can invite people to Hangouts using this new conversation thing. And it's a great way to keep up with people, and it works pretty similar to Skype. So if you're already familiar with Skype, you should be able to figure this out pretty quickly. And sometimes it works better than Skype, and sometimes Skype works better. I'm not being paid by either of them, so I can say that. Or by Google, who I keep talking about. All right. For searching the internet. So, as I mentioned, there are a lot of different search engines. Most people use Google. I certainly prefer it to Bing. I don't care what Microsoft says. Google is better. There's Yahoo, there's Ask.com that used to be Ask Jeeves. I still imagine a tiny butler answering all of my questions. There's DuckDuckGo.
DuckDuckGo.
And then if you are a math person and need to be searching for formulae and what have you, Wolfram Alpha is also an excellent search engine. So when you search something in Google, you will usually get up here at the top promoted results. This one doesn't necessarily say, but it'll usually say if it's an ad or if someone paid for it. That just means someone paid money to bump it up. It doesn't actually mean that it's the best result. So I usually, if there's something up here that someone paid for, skip down past people also ask to the ones at the top here. If this is in green, and sometimes there's also a little check mark, especially if you add a plugin to something like Firefox, that will give you an added layer of protection when you're searching. But the fact that it's a green means that it's probably a safe website to click on. So that's just a little bit of, if you're not sure, you can feel a little bit more confident going there. I wouldn't download anything that isn't on a website that you really know and really trust. But if you're just going to read, you should be okay. You do always want to have a firewall and an antivirus software, but that's just to help you feel a little more confident.
And if they don't have antivirus right now, there are some good free ones available. Panda is very good. Avast is good. And then you can pretend you're a pirate all the time. A lot of people will get McAfee or Norton.
And Windows, if you have a PC, comes with some built-in ones as well.
Yes.
To that end, if you are concerned about spotting scams in your email, or as we're now getting them on our phones, there are a couple simple things that you can do to give yourself a sense of whether something is an actual scam or is intended for you. The first thing is, if you get something from someone and you don't personally know the sender, that might be a scam. If you think you know the sender, or it's from a big organization, but it has a weird email address, like it's usagovernment@hotmail.com, that's probably a scam. I can guarantee you the U.S. government does not use Hotmail. Although, if I get an email from them that's like, how dare you, we use Hotmail all the time, I'm going to crack up. But they don't use Hotmail. They don't. The next thing, if you get an email from a person you do know, but then you read the email and there's no indication of your personal relationship to them, they maybe address you ambiguously, like, hey, dude, or what's up, friend, and they don't sign their name, or, if I got an email from my mom, but she signed it K instead of mom, I would be immediately suspicious. So anything where it's like a pop song, it could be for anyone, and it feels personal, but there's not actually any personal connection, be suspicious. Third, obviously we know if it seems too good to be true that you're going to get $1 million from sending $100 to a prince stuck somewhere in Canada. We know to be suspicious of that. But we also want to be suspicious of things that are actively trying to scare us. Like, you might be getting a lot of the phone calls that the IRS has decided to contact the FBI and they're on their way to arrest you right now. It's terrifying, and even knowing that it's not true, it still scares me. But if you get something in your email or on your phone that's trying to scare you, that says you need to enter your password, or send them your social security number, or log on using their link to access their communication, don't do it. Take a moment, calm down, and then go to your account on something. So if you get an email that says Netflix is forwarding your name to a collections agency because you are a whole year delinquent in your payments, first of all, don't worry, Netflix would just stop providing you Netflix. Second of all, go to that thing, if it's your health insurance, if it's Netflix, if it's your retirement account, go to your actual page, log on there, and see if there are any communications or notices. 98% of the time, there is nothing there, and then you will know that that was just a scam email and that someone was phishing for your information. And that's phishing with the PH, just for your own personal savvy, so you can brag to other people. Also, do not download anything that you're unsure about, or click on any links you're unsure about. If someone sends you something and you're not sure it's someone you know, that's okay. You have lots of ways to contact that person and say, did you send me this, before you click on it. Things move really fast, but we don't have to be held to that immediacy. If you get an email and it says someone sent you something.
And another reason to have antivirus software is, if you download something, even if it's someone you know or some group you know, you can check to make sure that that piece you downloaded has no viruses in it, because they may have unsuspectingly gotten something on their system that is now being downloaded by people.
Yeah, and please do not worry. Everyone has made mistakes. I've made mistakes. I think my dad has made one at least in his lifetime. And the antivirus software is just there to be like, it's okay, we got you. So you just do your best and enjoy the internet, because it is a treasure trove of animal videos and snarky humor. Last but not least, if you're not sure about something and you're not sure how else to check and see if it's real, you can Google it. You can paste a link into Google. All you would need to do is right-click on it or command-click and select copy and paste it into Google, or you can click, hold, highlight, and then do Control-C or Command-C and copy it to paste into Google. That'll usually say, people from this sort of email have been sending these sorts of scam links. You can also Google the organization and the general topic of the email. People are really good about keeping the internet up to date with when people are using the internet badly, so that you have that added community backing you up. And last but not least, you can go to Snopes, snopes.com, and type in what you got there, people are keeping that up to date to let you know what's a scam, what isn't. So that's a really great resource. Next topic, troubleshooting. If you are tired of asking friends for help, which you should not be tired of, but I get it. Sometimes it's the middle of the night, or you just feel like you've asked this question too many times. You can actually troubleshoot on your own. Obviously, you can Google it. Again, I swear they're not paying me. But Google has a lot of things for software and hardware where if you search, someone has broken down step by step how to do things. There are usually pictures, really detailed descriptions. My personal favorite, however, is YouTube. YouTube has a whole genre of videos where people walk you through using a software program or a piece of technology, a piece of hardware like your phone or your tablet, and they will break it down for you and show you piece by piece. This is how you create this sort of masterpiece on Photoshop, or this is how you mail something using Microsoft Word to create a label. It's a really, really helpful resource, and it is free for you to use. All right, and then we thought we would wrap up with a little bit on phones. The first thing is getting apps on your phones. If you aren't sure whether or not an app you are getting is free, the first thing you want to do, if you have an iPhone, you go to the App Store. If you have an Android or a Google Pixel, you're going to want to go to the Google Play Store. And
There, you can get Android apps online without going through the Google Play Store. However, there is nobody that's checked to make sure those are not harmful. So always go through the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store.
all right. So for either one of them, you simply open Google Play or the App Store and search either for the app you want if you already know its name, and like I heard great things about Headspace and I want to download it, or keywords. So if you want a meditation app but you don't know which one you want, or if you want something that's going to tell you when your plants need water, you can search there for something like plant watering app or nap timer or what have you. I don't actually know if there is a nap timer, but I would bet there is. And then when you're choosing which one you want, the first thing to do if you're not already sure what type of app you want, if you just search for keywords, is look to see how many people have given it a positive rating. If a whole bunch of people have given it a really positive rating, and you can see it's in the like 4 to 5 star range, and over 100 people have said that, you're probably good to go. As my dad pointed out, if you're on the App Store, those have already been really rigorously tested. Also, money is an issue. If it says next to the app something like get or free, there is a nap timer. I'm really excited. I'm going to have to check this out. If you're in the App Store and it says get next to the name of the app, that means that it's free. However, it will frequently say under get in very small words in-app purchases. That simply means that when you are using the app, it is going to somewhat very aggressively, sometimes not, encourage you to purchase additional content or to purchase an enhanced experience of that app. So if you're playing a game, it'll say, you're out of energy now, but if you want to keep playing this level and try and beat it, you can give us 99 cents and you'll get 5 more tries or what have you. That's an in-app purchase. It will always, always, always ask you to confirm that you want to make that purchase. It's not just going to charge you. You also don't have to do it. Just because they say you can doesn't mean you have to. So feel empowered to say no or yes, whatever is best for you. The rest of the apps will charge you right at the beginning, and it'll say next to the app how much it costs to download it. And just because it's not free doesn't mean it's a bad app. It really depends on your needs. Last but not least, if you have an iPhone and you keep finding things that show up on your screen that you want to take a picture of to have on your phone, but you don't know how to do that, we have got you. All you need to do is push down this button, the power button. It's going to either be on the top if you have an old iPhone or on the side if you have a newer one. And this button, the home button, at the same time. Observe. And it will take a picture. That's a shot of my screen or a screenshot. And then I can do anything that I want with that picture later. It'll save it. I can write on it. I can change the colors. Anything that you can do with other pictures you take with your phone. That's it for this round. Please like us on Facebook, visit our website at spaciousplace.com, and tune in for the next Facebook Live, which will be January 13th. Thank you.